back to Idaho Today. It is time for more than banking. You know, financial literacy is such an important topic for kids to learn, but it can also be a difficult topic for parents to teach. However, CapEd Credit Union's RISE program is the perfect tool that simplifies everything. We've got the details in today's More Than Banking. Check it out. All right, so tell me, what is the RISE app?
So the RISE app is obviously complementary to the RISE account, and it's a widget inside of CapEd's e-banking platform.
Okay, and then how is it downloaded? How does someone access the RISE app?
So if they have an account at CapEd and they're already doing e-banking, or even if they haven't done e-banking yet, they can sign up for e-banking, and then inside of e-banking, it's one of the choices that they can choose, and then they open it up, and then the child can also use it, and that's how they access it. So within the actual e-banking platform.
Okay, and before we learn more about the RISE app, which is an amazing tool, let's remind our viewers really quick about the RISE account.
Oh yeah, so our RISE account is for youth ages 0 up to 25. The app itself is designed to be used with a parent or guardian, so that one is for ages up to 17 with a joint on their account.
Okay, great. So then the youth, they can have a RISE account, but the RISE app is a great way for them to utilize it and get the most out of it. So let's talk about the benefits of having the RISE app. You know, what can they do once they have it?
So the app is so great. It's user-friendly. It's things that people are already using. So you can create a budget within there for the child. So the parent and child, it's basically a communication tool that they can use together to learn about their account. They can do tasks within the account, like chores.
Oh, fantastic.
So they can go to the task, choose what they want. There's plenty that are already pre-made for them, or they can enter something specific to their family. Say they have chickens and one of their chores is, you know, feed the chickens or gather eggs, right? Just as an example. When the parent sets that up for the child, there's already a predetermined monetary amount that's assigned to that from the parent. So say feeding the chickens is worth $1. And then they assign that to the child. And then when the child does that, the parent gets a notification that this has been done. And then the parent can say, okay, I agree, yes, I can see it. Maybe the parent says, I don't know that you did this, send me a picture, prove it, right? Pick or it didn't happen. So the child then can go back in, take a picture of, you know, the cleaned coop, right? And then the parent agrees, checks it off, and then because the parent has already set it up, it's connected to their account, and then that child automatically gets paid or gets their allowance for finishing that task.
This is brilliant.
It's really
As a
great.
parent, I am absolutely loving this because I have 2 daughters and they have chores, but having that tracking system is, you know, difficult actually as a parent to kind of sometimes keep on top of. But also what I love is the fact that the child is then relating their task to getting paid, just as if they were to have a job.
Right, exactly, absolutely.
What a brilliant financial education tool. This is awesome. I'm loving this. Okay, so the RISE account, again, is for youth, but as a part of that, this is an excellent tool for not only the child to learn that financial responsibility, but also for the parent to be involved in this and them kind of working together when it comes to that financial education.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, a lot of parents may not want their child to have that much more screen time or something, right? So they can do it together, and it does help with like not keeping a clunky chore chart. Or, you know, and again, they can choose anything. Maybe it's reading time. Maybe it's, hey, you need to log your reading minutes or make sure that you've done your homework. There's also, I hope I'm not jumping ahead of you.
No,
I'm
do
just
tell.
excited. It's super cool. There's also a feature in there that maybe the child is like, oh man, I know I'm getting allowance, I'm saving, I can see my savings budget. But I really am wanting this new video game or something, right? There is a really great feature that the child can request money, and within that request they can choose whether it's just like, hey, can I just have a little extra, or can I have a loan? And so the parent goes in, they set up the loan terms, when the repayment is, if there's going to be interest on this loan.
Wow.
And then that automatically comes out of that child's account after they've agreed to the terms, and it gets done automatically. And then when a loan is paid off, one of the other features is that they earn virtual trophies. So this is just such a really great supportive tool because children are already doing chores, they're already doing their homework. And so together a parent and child can check these things off, and then the child gets rewarded not only virtually with trophies, but CapEd has set up a really great bonus, if you will, or even more of a financial benefit to use this and encourage that communication with the parent and child, in that they can we have quarterly bonuses on basically who is using this. So that would fall under our leaderboard. And if, like you said, that you have 2 daughters, so if they're both using it and one of them is just nailing all of these great things and they're earning all of these virtual trophies, you can see which child is where they rank. Like one is going to be first and one is going to be second. And if they happen to be a competitive family, I'm sure nobody's going to be
It's a great motivation tool, right?
Exactly.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Because we all know, financial education is so incredibly important, but it's also something that can be really hard for parents to navigate. How do you talk to your kids about finances? How do you even instill that type of education? How do you help them manage accounts? This is such an incredible solution. So where can our viewers go so they can learn more and start their financial education with their youth?
Yeah, it's really great. They can stop into any of our local branches, or they can go online to capedcu.com/rise.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.